This is installment 3 of Cooking with Oriana, absent Oriana. So after we introduce the meal, we'll introduce Oriana, who's not here with us right now. But anyways, the meal is going to be rice with stuffed steak and warm butter biscuits. And here's all the ingredients. And we'll be right back with you in a moment. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is prepare the Biscuit biscuits. So the first thing is we're going to just take a little bit of margarine like so, and use a small square glass dish and grease the dish using a little bit of butter, and there we go. So for every 2 cups of Biscuit, we need 1/2 cup of milk. Now, when we mix this, it's going to create like a dough or a batter. So I'm going to mix it, and I'm going to come back when it's all done and I have it placed in the dish because it's going to be really messy. One moment, please. Okay, so here's what it looks like now that it's mixed. I'm not going to grab it with my hand, but I'm going to scoop out the size of 1 biscuit and put it down in my little dish. Now, if you're not satisfied with the size of the biscuit, I can't get this little piece off. There we go. You can use your spoon to change the shape of it, or you can also add more dough to it if you want to make the biscuit bigger. Okay, so we'll be right back when we have them all in the dish. Okay, so in this dish we have 6 completed biscuits ready to go into the oven. So let's just preheat the oven at 375 degrees and bake. That is 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll take the glass casserole dish over here because it's time for us to create our steak wraps. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is create the filling for the steak wrap, which involves these vegetables right here, this cheese, and these potatoes. So in one moment we'll be right back with everything chopped up. Okay, so now we've prepared our filling. So we've sliced these potatoes really thin. Notice how thin? Why? Because it's going to have to cook from inside the steak. And so that's going to take a little while to cook in the oven. So we're going to give it some help just by throwing these potato sticks that we freshly cut from potatoes into the microwave for 45 seconds. Now, here we have the vegetables. We have red onion, green pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, and tomatoes. Now, in the Slap Chop commercial, they make it look really easy to use a slap chop, but really you have to chop up your vegetables before you even put it in the slap chop. Now, that's not to say that once you chop your vegetables that the slap chop does not make life easy. So now we've cut up our onions to slap chop size pieces, our peppers, and we're going to slap chop it and put our finished items in here. Now, I don't have help with this video, so what I'm going to do is just place this here, put in our onions, see, and here's our slap chop. Now I'm going to put the camera like this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. Here's our slap chop. We're going to stick it in, slap chop it. Perfecto. And now we just throw that into our bowl. So we're going to slap chop all of this and be right back with you. It's been less than 5 minutes since I started chopping all those vegetables that you saw using the slap chop. So here is the beginning of our fill mixture, but we're going to keep on going. So now I'm going to commission the assistance of my mother to do this video taping while I do the rest of the moves and dialogue along with you. So The next thing that we want to do is put even more stuff in our filler. So let's add some corn. I'm not going to fill it with corn. There we go. If you're going to participate in this cooking video, you don't get an opinion, Mom. This is Oriana, cooking with Oriana, absent Oriana, not cooking with Elaine. Okay, so we're going to get this out. That shouldn't be in there. That's from the slap chop. And now we're going to take some mozzarella cheese, like a cup of it. See? That's going to go into our mixture. I probably could have used a bigger bowl, which is making this a little more challenging, but there we go.
How many of these are you making? How many of these are you making?
We could have leftovers. Oh yeah, that's right, sorry. I got distracted. Now we're gonna add Clubhouse La Grill, no salt added vegetable seasoning. And we want lots of it because we want this thing to be tasty. So,
garlic.
And that's a good point there, Mummy. We should do some garlic. I'll get that. That'll be coming right up. So let's just get the seasoning in here. This smells good. And I'm just gonna get the. Was I smart enough to put the garlic into the fridge? Yes, I was. So I'm just going to take some minced, oh no, that's not going to work. Oh, we'll just improvise with this knife right here and take the equivalent of like a teaspoon of minced garlic, and we'll put in some little bit of peppercorn steak seasoning in there. Keep on stirring that mixture. We're back with our washed meat. Here we have a string. This string is so that we can create our steak wrap. So here we have our steak. We put it like 25% of the way down the string, and we'll take a couple of potatoes over here on the side to help us with this. And I don't care what you think. And we're going to take some filling, put it inside, like this. And we'll take 2 of our pieces of potato. This is like Wolfgang Puck style. Like, this is awesome,
it's like a butterfly.
Dude. And now we're just going to roll our steak like so. And now we have our string here. And we'll just take our string, bring our string around,
is in the
and
twist.
Do a little tie to hold this. And you can do a bow if you want. And now we're just going to place our first one into the casserole dish. Okay, so here are our stuffed steaks. Now we have some extra vegetables left over, so why waste it? So we're just going to go ahead and put the vegetables all over the stuffed steak. We can never have enough vegetables. Like so. And we'll just take our cake seasoning and just add the last little bit of steak spice on there. And here's our stuffed steaks. Now all we have to do is do the Mommy Lupe rice next, which we did in our last cooking video, so we won't include that, and we'll just come back with you once we're all done. Okay. Now the rice is ready. Go inside the rice. So now we want to present the rice like fancy rice. So we're going to take like a nicely shaped container like this. Fill it up with the rice. Flatten it out. Take our plate, dump it. Don't worry about that. Dump it over, and now we have fancy rice. Now, without getting me in the video, we're going to take this plate over here because it's ready to be styled. And we're just going to lightly garnish the rice. Done.
Commercial break with Crazy Bobby. Waiting for dinner. Woo!
That's a good one. Are you really doing a commercial break?
Yes, I am. Yay, Bobby!
Why don't you line up? So now we have our finished meal, and here we have our stuffed steaks, and here we have our fresh biscuits. So we'll just put one on each plate. And we have some extras, and now we'll just take, and you could do 1 or 2 each. We're piggies in this house, so we'll have 2 apiece.
That would make good gravy. I don't want to.
I made some gravy actually. You don't have to have any gravy, Mom. And so I'll just hold up the final dish, and here it is.